Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Daddy the Herbalist. And what if I told you that you could take some store purchase ginger and grow it in your garden or grow it in a pot? We're gonna get into it. Okay, before we get started actually putting the ginger in the ground, I want to let y'all know something. So you don't necessarily have to do it depending on the quality of your soil, but if you do have to do this step, this is what you can use. You don't necessarily have to use this, but as you can see, this says 100% peat moss free. It helps to retain moisture and it's good for vegetables and herbs. This is in ground. I messed around and put this in one of my garden beds and came up with a bunch of little squiggly things or whatever. Now here's another type of dirt. This one is indoor and outdoor potting mix. This is called Near Source and it's organic soil. I originally started with a soil off of Amazon. It had kelp and everything in it. This one has the same quality. It was called Firefox. Firefox is a tad bit expensive, and it kept going up. So these bags are $8, and I believe Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what you can do if your soil has low quality, and if it doesn't, cool. Please excuse my dogs in advance. They real, you know, kind of blackish, and they bark at everything. But anyway, this is a spot. It was previously tilled up because I did add some lemongrass to my garden, and which I've been looking for forever. So when you find authentic ginger, right, you want to make sure it has the nubs on it. And as you can see, mine's already starting to grow. I just let them sit on my counter and they started to get like a green type of situation. I don't like when my ginger gets like that. So I was like, again, I want to add it to my garden. What I've been seeing is that most gardeners have been running into the issue of not having the nodes on them so that they can repurpose and regrow. All you need is you don't even need a piece this big. You can just take the piece where it has the node on it right here and just embed it in the ground. Now, my soil typically doesn't need a lot of amendments because it's getting nutrients from these trees right here. I stated a few years ago, I said a few years ago on a different platform that sometimes you could just plant a bunch of trees, because if you can see it, I don't know if you can, but this little patch right here, those are wild strawberries growing and chickweed and stuff like that. So I know, excuse me y'all, I know that this spot is full of nutrients because herbs are naturally growing by itself. Now I did bring a glove so that way I can loosen up the soil. And one thing about ginger is you don't have to bury it like super deep, because again, these are going to turn into leaves. I don't quite know if the leaves are medicinal, but from my recollection and my knowledge, if the root is medicinal, the leaves are as well. So y'all stay tuned. Of course, I'll come back and, you know, tell you a little information about that as well. So I'm gonna put on my glove, and yes, I have a banana. Other things that you could amend your soil with that are cost effective and won't break your pockets: bananas. You can make banana water, let it sit for like a couple of hours and have banana water. I would use whatever you make within a week's time, or store it in the refrigerator. It does get kind of goopy and it starts to get nasty. Okay, so what you would do, fill a quart size one banana peel would be enough, right? Fill it with water and then go back, add about this much of your fertilized water to something else and water it down. You don't want to over fertilize, okay? You can use rice water. You can use like your scraps from your tea. You can use coffee grounds, eggshells, whatever. You know, the things that have calcium and potassium, you want to add that and amend your soil so that way you do not break the bank. Anyway, y'all, let's get to putting the ginger in the ground. I guess when I stop talking, my dog will stop barking. Again, my apologies. Y'all excuse me if I'm ashy. Mind your business. So we're going to put this right here. And I got a whole lot of roots and stuff. Because again, this used to be an open pasture. And ginger tends to grow. Do not put it in a round pot. Put it in somewhere where it can actually expand. It doesn't necessarily have to be in ground. If you have a nice wide flower bed, just shimmy it. You know, just shimmy it. You don't have to cover it all the way. Just enough for the nodes to get covered. So again, like I was saying, if you have a long elongated garden bed, do that, but just don't put it in something round. Put it in something that's rectangle, you know, and kind of wide. If you have a patio of some sort, get you a wide, maybe a wide 5-gallon, enough for the roots to expand. Because again, this is root medicine. And it will grow to its capacity. So that's why I'm putting it here. And I'm kind of just putting it on the surface, shimmying it, not covering it too much. And just hoping and praying that nothing comes along to eat my ginger. And I know it's in between these two things of lemongrass. So what I'll do is come back and probably I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. Now if we get some rain, it'll probably be way before 2 weeks to do an update. And then I'll tell you about more medicinal properties about ginger. But what I will say is this: it's a spicy herb. So anything that's spicy, that has heat to it, that's going to warm the body when the body is inflamed. Sometimes you have to cool the situation too, but to heat the body helps with circulation. Okay. It's one of them herbs that is amazing for everything. So if you have inflamed issues, you can drink it as a tea. Now if you have GERD, I would not do this. Okay. Mix it with peppermint, helps you to relax, mind, body, spirit. This is, again, it's root medicine, so it's gonna touch you in places that you probably need to relax. Circulation all throughout the body, every area of the body. You can use ginger root and put it in some oil. If you have like inflammation, to help again to trigger the inflammation in a specific area. I remember when that was one of my first oils, and a certain somebody, I'm not calling no names, they was like, can you give me some of your oil? I ain't giving nothing. If you got the funds to fund other things that's not benefiting the body, you got funds to make your own. It's simple and it's easy, and that ginger is something that everybody has access to. But I know for like a year, I could not find ginger that looked like that. It was some smooth looking ginger, and it tasted horrible. So just note that there's different species of ginger, and some people say it's GMO. I don't know how you can GMO ginger. I'm not a scientist. However, I know it can be done. Again, there are different species of ginger. You want the one that looks like what I just showed you. Amazing, amazing herb. So anything that helps to heat up the body means it's going to help to speed up. Okay, I'm just gonna say like that. All right, until next time, I hope y'all learned something from this about ginger. Again, I feel like this may be maybe a series, I don't know, but if y'all have questions about ginger or your experience with ginger, let's talk about it in the comment section. I absolutely love, I don't love it, but I like it. I like the essence of it. I'm growing to love it. I like the fragrance of it, the warmth, and anything I feel like that helps to warm the body, because I stay cold all the time, especially if you are someone who has again, issues with your blood, cold hands and cold feet. That's a herb that you want to incorporate into a daily regimen. Okay, so again, if you need a blend with ginger in it, links in my profile, and we'll talk more in the description about ginger. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something. Make sure you start your garden, because everybody is going to need a small garden, a container garden. If you don't have the yard space, don't stress about it. Grow your garden. I tend to grow things in the mint family because it's easy and it's forever medicine. If y'all look back on some of my videos, I talk about catnip and how I found a bush that's probably like over 60 plus years old. I had to nurse it back, and hence the reason why. Plus I added more seeds to it because I couldn't find it, but I know somebody was saying it was a bush out here, and I just one day, well, again, exploring my backyard, happened to stumble upon a bush. And there are things, if you have antique or historical property, right, there's things that you want to look for in your yard, like certain stones, quartz that may have been left by trees, or even rugs or carpets that may be in the dirt. There was a reason why they were placed there. So explore your backyard, y'all, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Until next time.